So, what is my hand over here? What anatomical part? The whole thing. What is this called? Larynx. Larynx. What are the three single cartilages we want you to know the names of?
Thyroid.
Thyroid cartilage. Cricoid cartilage. Epiglottis. Epiglottis. All right? Now, in this model, these little white pieces of white cloth here represent the true vocal cords. Now, these are the paired cartilages back here that move the cords and put tension on them. You don't have to know their names, remember? We're being so awfully good to you that you know these paired cartilages, all right? But what I want to demonstrate for you is, you see how the cords are touching each other now? Okay. What would we say about the glottis in that condition?
Closed.
It's closed.
It's closed. Now, what would we say about the glottis?
It's open.
It's open. So the glottis is just a passageway, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. What does the glottis open into?
Trachea.
Exactly. All right. Now, this is a model of a segment of lung. It's not the whole lung, as you can see. So this wouldn't be the trachea, would it? Because we're down here lower. The trachea is going to be up here somewhere. So I would say this may be a secondary bronchus right here, and this one branch of it would be a tertiary bronchus right here, going down into a bronchopulmonary segment. All right, now we got some blood vessels here. What would we say this one is? A vein. Are you going to tell me which vein this might be? Pulmonary vein. All right. What about this one?
Pulmonary
That's the artery.
Pulmonary artery. Colors are switched, right, for a reason. All right. That's good. Now, what are these little whitish things all scattered through here?
Alveoli.
Alveoli. Plural. Exactly. What is this one I'm touching called?
Alveolus.
Alveolus. I'm very proud of you for remembering that. All right. Now, what do these red and blue markings over the surface of these alveoli represent?
Deoxygenated and oxygenated fluid.
Right. In what kind of vessels?
Capillaries.
Capillaries. These are pulmonary capillaries, aren't they? These are extensions of these vessels. All right. Now, we haven't gotten to this yet, but you see over these alveoli there are some black markings here. They're not red or blue. Those black markings, as I'll be telling you later, are elastic fibers, because over the outer surface of alveoli there are elastic fibers that help move air out of the lungs. The principal way air moves out of the lungs is because of pressure changes that we just showed you. But when we relax and breathe out, but when we breathe in, these elastic fibers are stretched. And when we relax and breathe out, those elastic fibers recoil and they help to move air out of the lungs. You don't have to say anything about elastic fibers when you're talking about this model here, though. All right, everybody understand that so far? Mm-hmm. All right. Now, what do we call the membrane that's covering the outer surface of the lung here? Visceral pleura. Exactly. All right, that's good. Now, here is a cross section through thorax. Okay. Which lung is this?
Left.
I'll say right.
It's because this is breast.
This has 3 lobes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. You got to orient yourself to the model, haven't you? If you just walk up to this, you wouldn't know unless you orient it. So here's vertebral column, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And here's the heart. All right. So if you say that, then that means if this is front and this is back, this is left, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Whichever one has 3 lobes.
There you go. So actually, it's upside down, isn't it? You got to be careful. You got to be careful. See? A little sleight of hand here, huh? Because right here you can't really tell for sure, can you? But right here you know you're definitely seeing 3 lobes on one side and 2 lobes on the other. Which side has 3 lobes?
Right.
Right side. Okay? So if you looked at it like that, it'd be perfect, wouldn't it? Makes sense because the apex of the heart is now pointing this way, isn't it? So, all right, that's good. So orient yourself. Now, what are these dark red things here called?
Veins.
Pulmonary veins. What are the blue ones called? Pulmonary arteries. What are these sort of aqua things representing?
Air sacs.
Air sacs are microscopic.
Cartilage.
Cartilage. So these would be bronchi, wouldn't they? All right. So there you have it. Now let me ask you something else just to, let's go right here. This is free, but how do you tell which is right and which is left here? Well, you can tell from the aorta and the vena cava. The aorta is a little to the left of the midline slightly, or close to the midline is slightly off. The vena cava is usually a little bit to the left. So aorta is more here, vena cava is more here. But anyway, I'm not going to ask you that. I'm just showing it to you. So when you see this, orient yourself so you know which side you're talking about. Right side has 3 lobes. Left side has 2. All right? Now, let's do vital capacity. So let me go back here and